What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Panthers franchise, episode 34. Today, we are nearing the end of the season. We are coming into this video at 13-0. Who knows what will be at the end of it? We are taking on the Commanders today, so you guys know we're going to be simming a few weeks. Let's see how that ends up turning out for. All right, what is up, guys? We are back, and yes, we are in week 15, okay? I went ahead and did some simming because, well, if you guys didn't see my last video, be very transparent with you guys. I'm having a hard time continuing with Madden 25. I don't know, man. It's just wearing on me a little bit. Little tiny issues that I keep running into and all that stuff. It's just wearing on me. Doesn't help that nobody cares about Madden 25 right now, which I get. You know, again, it's this time of year. But for some reason, I don't know if it's just because of all the little tiny bugs I kept running into the last few weeks, or the few episodes I guess you guys saw. It's got me feeling some type of way about playing Madden 25, and I'm trying to make sure we get this story finished. So we are here, but I think we need to start expediting a little bit here. I feel like we're on a very good streak this season. Obviously, we're 13-0, but it's just been a little stagnant, right? So we're gonna try to speed up. I think today I want to get us to the playoffs. That's my plan. We're gonna get to the playoffs. Yeah, we were just in week 12. We were 12-0. We just beat the Saints. We are now 13-0 because we also beat the Falcons, and we'll go over that game as well. I got us through the bye week. We are here in week 15. However, I don't see this Texans as being a good team to watch. So I think we're going to sim past this week, see what happens. And if we have to play another regular season game, we will. But if not, we're just going to go to the playoffs. Okay? Maybe the Commanders, maybe the Jaguars. All right, well, it finally happened. I simmed. I did the training. We lost to the Texans 37-35. You know, I get it. You don't want to lose, but when you're undefeated, you got to lose. You know, you got to get that off your back, and then you go back to work. So I'm happy with it. I didn't want us to go undefeated. I didn't think we would anyway. Sucks that it was to the Texans. I would have rather been to a better team, but at least we have the loss, right? We have the loss now. We can move on from it. We're not undefeated. We're not worried about the undefeated streak. Let's just get to the playoffs and let's have some fun, right? So there are a few games. Obviously, there's 3 left. Commanders, Jaguars, Cowboys. Commanders are at 6-8. I'm not sure what the Jaguars are at, and the Cowboys are 8-6. I would like us to get to the playoffs. I also know that we should probably watch a game that's still or two. So let's just do this game, the Commanders, and we'll see where it takes us, right? You know, if we have to win a game in week 18 to secure home field, then we'll do it. But there is one other team, the Eagles, who are also 13-1. So we have some work to do still, even though the the season's almost over. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take out the Commanders. We'll check out them, see what they've been up to this season, and then we'll get right into the game. One thing I also forgot to mention is that there was a couple of more stories for the prospects. We'll go over that really quickly here before we get to the Commanders. One of them is actually about one of the top picks, Alex McManus, who was somebody who at some point was way out of our reach. So Alex McManus was, well, he is still a round 1 guy, but he was much higher on this list at some point, and he apparently they played very poorly at home. I'm reading my notes here in their bowl game, and Colorado they just got destroyed, right? So his bad performance pretty much shoved him down the board, which means we have to keep an eye on the mock drafts to see maybe, just maybe, this guy's more of a shot with us, because he's one of the only guys that actually fits our scheme to some degree and fits what we want to do. Like, yes, he's a power rusher, but if we look at his stats here, I have a feeling that they're going to be a lot more balanced than we think. So he has C finesse moves, not like it's really bad, but he has A awareness, A tackle, B play rec. So somebody once outside of our reach might be in our reach once the draft comes and hits us, because he had a bad performance. So we'll see where that takes us. There was another story. Cameron Lynch here, the center out of Ohio State, pushed a car out of a ditch by himself. Yeah, he pushed a car out of a ditch. Let's see, he's around 3 to 4 projection, so somebody that can definitely be in our sights. He's got B awareness, A impact blocking, C run block power, B pass block finesse. So we know that, of course, with his archetype being agile, he's going to be a little bit better in the finesse game, which is fine. 6'4", 306. To me, that means he can play all around. Here's a look at our season stats after, you know, the simming and the few games that we've played, and you can see that Deion Boyd has actually had quite the bit of a turnaround. You know, he started off pretty rough, right? It was like 9 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Now he's 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. So a big turnaround for him in the season, which I knew he could do. His rating's up to 102.1. I'm glad to see that he bounced back again. Rushing wise, Jonathan Brooks not having the best season, but he's closing in on 1,000 yards. He's at 7 touchdowns, only 1 fumble. We've got, I mean, Ezekiel Townsend is just stealing touchdowns left and right. I'm not even sure how, but he is. He's got 6 on the year. He's 1 behind Brooks somehow. He's not even the power back. That's the crazy part. Theo Judge is, and Judge barely, he hasn't even sniffed 100 yards yet this season. Deion Boyd also been doing pretty good with the rushing. Floyd Fuller, our number 1 receiver this year. And look, I love Deron Overton, but for some reason this season, he just has not been able to get open as much as Floyd Fuller. And I tested this last game. If you guys remember, I swapped them. So Overton's been the number 1 receiver the entire season, and Fuller's been the number 2. I don't have Fuller in the slot either. It's Leggett who has the slot, which is why you see him getting a lot of the catches. He just never got the ball. He never got open. He never had consistent play. So I'm like, okay, let me change it. Maybe it's the playbook. Let me put Fuller at 1. Let me put Overton at 2, sort of expecting Overton to start balling out because Fuller had those games where he's balling out. And no, Fuller just kept performing in that game. So I don't know. What I do know is Floyd Fuller is having a tremendous season. 87 catches, 880 yards, and 12 touchdowns is an incredible season. He might end up being in the category for wide receiver 1. We'll see. Actually, we should probably check that before we get to the game. But regardless, Overton is having a down season. And I'm not sure if it's just a fluke or what, but he's not our best receiver this year. Fuller is, by a long shot. Overton still makes the tough catches, though. He still is always available for those tough catches that we need. So it's not that he's not talented. It's not that I'm saying that. It's just he has not performed on the same level as Floyd Fuller. 69 catches, 818 yards. Great. 3 touchdowns only. Fuller's got 12. Leggett has 6, right? So it's just been a very strange season for Deron Overton. Going to the defensive side, we know that Trevin Wallace has been balling out once again, having an incredible season. 7 tackles for loss, 97 tackles, 5 sacks and interceptions, 7 pass deflections is pretty insane as well. So sacks-wise, though, Jordan Walsh still leading us, 13.5. Nick Bonito is creeping up on him at 11.5. Stephen Briggs at 7.5. So I've been very happy with the production from our pressure this year. Jacquez Green is leading the team in interceptions with 4. Brandon Stevens is tied with that at 4. And then it's Tremont Battle with 2. Wallace, Hagens, McCollum, Horn, Dillon, and Thompson all with 1 themselves. And then looking at the Commanders, Jayden Daniels, 2,800 yards, 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Very comparable season to that of Deion Boyd. Rushing wise, Lynn Lennon is their leading rusher with 573 yards and 6 touchdowns. Brian Robinson, 310 and 4 touchdowns. So not a very strong running game for the Commanders right now, but Lynn Lennon has been their main guy, and he is also in his first season. Terry McLaurin leading them with yardage, tied all across the board with 3 of them for 7 touchdowns. Him, Damar Adkins in his 3rd year, and Rashid Shaheed in his 6th season, all with 7 touchdowns. A very spread out approach, it seems, for the Commanders in somewhat of a down year. Defensively, Nakobe Dean has taken the reins as their leader. Sacks-wise, Jadeveon Clowney with 16. He is having an incredible 14th season. My gosh. Interceptions, they have 2 for Paulson Adebo and Trevin Gold, and then 1 apiece for Nakobe Dean and Jair Brown. The Falcons game, we ended up winning 35-28. Here was the stats from that. Michael Penix Jr. had 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 146.5 rating, pretty impressive. 21 of 25. Deion Boyd, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, so not a great day for him. Rushing wise, Jonathan Brooks, 18 for 62 and 2 touchdowns. Townsend stuck in there for a touchdown. Robinson led the game with 66 yards. Leggett, 4 catches, 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. Wow. Okay. Fuller, 4 for 48, and Deron Overton, 5 for 47. Defensively, we had, let's see, do we have any sacks? We only had 1. It was Derek Brown. No interceptions except, well, of course, against us. And I don't believe there was any turnovers for our side. Oh, no. J.C. Horn had 1 fumble for us and somehow recovered 2 of them. So he is amazing. And then for the game that we lost, 37-35, Houston took the win. Deion Boyd having an incredible game, though. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, 371 yards passing. C.J. Stroud, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Jonathan Brooks had somewhat of a lackluster day, 19 for 68 and 3.6 yards carry. Damian Pierce still running it for the Texans, 15 for 40. So nobody really had a good game on the ground, but Floyd Fuller once again having a huge day, and Xavier Legette, 11 catches, 124 yards, and a touchdown. Legette 8 for 107 and 2 touchdowns. Dalton Schultz 9 for 102, and Nico Collins 5 for 96, and whoa, wow, even Dalvin Ridley 6 for 92 and a touchdown. So everybody getting involved in this game, even though it was a loss. Seems like it was pretty much a shootout though. And then on defense, we had no sacks for anybody in this game. That is weird. 1 interception for Derek Stingley, and let's see, we had no fumbles at all. Okay. Weird shootout type of game where neither defense showed up, and we ended up losing 37-35. So that brings us back to present day, which is the Commanders game, and we are about to take them on and see what they got. We did outside run on a defense and then throw it medium on offense this week once again, to see if we can continue to play well on defense when we're watching. We are on the road. We are on the road this week against the Commanders. They are 6-8, as I mentioned earlier in the video. They do not have a very good team, though, comparative to ours. We are winning in every statistical category when it comes to overall. So hopefully we can have a good bounce back win and, yeah, get ourselves a 14th victory on the season. All right, so it is the beginning of the second quarter where we pick things up because I have forgotten to unpause the video. So the Commanders scored by a quick touchdown to McLaurin after a decent drive. We have failed every drive since then. Here we go into the second quarter as the Commanders start with the ball at their own 9-yard line, get a quick 6-yard pass out for a quick in for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd and 4, 11:20 to go in the first half. Oh, another double handoff, and there goes Lynn Lennon, the rookie, getting out to the 28. First time they've tried to run it today, and it has worked for them beautifully. A big run. But, you know, this Commanders team is good. They play a lot better than what the sim says they would because the sim is broken. Go figure. Oh, free blitzer. It's Wallace. Daniels is not getting away from that. Big play by the defense. Finally see some life out of these guys. We did have 1 sack earlier by Jordan Walsh. And there is a pass over the middle, and it is completed to the 25. It's going to be a gain of 6. Jacquez Green cleaning up. 3rd and 13 coming. Let's see if we can get him off the field once again. I've seen this play. See, oh, no, never mind. Different formation. Daniels looking outside. It's dropped. Thank God. And we'll get a stop and a punt. Defense stepping up, and hopefully now the offense can follow suit. On the field comes Deion Boyd. Like I said, not a great game. Hasn't been like bad, like, oh my God, what are you doing bad, but just hasn't really been able to find a rhythm yet. There's a quick pass outside to Fuller. It's completed for 8 yards. Nice quick pass. Love to see that. We've had a couple of nice catches from Overton. You know, as soon as I said something about him not performing, he decides to start performing. And there he is again. Yeah, Deron Overton again to the 43. I'm happy for it. Like, I truly am. I want him to perform. I want him and Fuller to be the guys, you know? He just hasn't been doing it. So hopefully this game he can step up and show us why he's the best receiver on our team. Hand off to Brooks up the middle. Nice move, and he'll get it to the 37. A nice gain of 6. 5 carries, 10 yards. He has not had a good day on the ground. It has been a difficult day against this defense. Did we just get called for false start? We did, didn't we? You've got to be kidding me. Finally get ourselves a good play on the ground game, and we shoot ourselves in the foot. 2nd and 9. Boyd under pressure, gets rid of it, and it's completed. Legette stays on his feet. What a play by Xavier Legette. He stays on the feet after contact, gets the first down. That was incredible. I'm so happy I decided to sign Legette, man. I know I was a little on the fence about it in the beginning part of the season, but I'm happy I did. And underneath, it's Overton again, a gain of 4. You know, now that I said something, Overton's going to have like 12 catches today, I bet you. You know, that's just how it goes with me. Empty set for Boyd. Lets it go. Completed. It's Mobley down underneath. And he'll get it to the 19. Inside the red zone here. We got a chance to tie this game up. We cannot let it get away. Boyd underneath again. It is Smith on the catch. We don't see him in there too often. Or no, I'm not Smith. Davis. Ty Davis. Smith is I don't even know who Smith is. There is not a Smith. Don't ask me. Ty Davis on the catch. Second and goal. It's tipped at the line. Oh, God, I thought I was going to get intercepted. I thought I was going to get picked off. Thank God it did not. I formation here, second and goal. We're going to throw out of it. Boyd immediately takes pressure. Betts, the fullback, he just stood there. He was like, oh, look at, hey, Betty, there's a guy coming here. We're not going to block him at all, though. We're just going to let him come right through. I'm not even going to try to put a hit on him and just let him sack you. Good stuff. Good stuff from our pass protection. Third and goal now from the 12. We need a pretty big play here to make this worth our time. Boyd looking, under pressure. Gets out of the pocket. He's going to run with it, and he cannot get to the end zone. He's down at the 4, and I'm assuming the field goal unit's going to come out now. So I was correct. The field goal unit came out. We have a 7-3 game now, down by 4. Commanders back on offense. They're going to go with Lennon, and Lennon gets tracked down by Green very quickly. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. Double A gap look here for us, and I'm loving it. I love this. I love the two presence in the middle there. That double A gap, my favorite defensive formation. Daniels with the play action, pushed out. Walsh chasing. He throws it away just in time, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. But Walsh has 1 sack today already, and so does Wallace. They both have a sack today, but Walsh has been back there a few times, like right here, and he gets him again. Big sack for Jordan Walsh, and we'll get another punt. So back out on the field we come, and a big stop of the defense now has us at midfield with a chance to really do some damage here. 2:23 to go in the first half. Boyd looking underneath, completed. It's Floyd Fuller with a catch to the 40. It'll be just short of the first down, 2nd and inches. And I'm not quite sure why the clock stopped. Why did the clock stop? Weird. Did somebody get hurt? I didn't see an injury thing pop up. Now I'm trying to see if there's anybody missing from the game. I don't see anybody missing. Very confused. And there we go. First down. We get the first. Maybe it was a defensive injury. I'm not sure. But a timeout was called after that completion. And 2-minute warning, of course, hit. So now it is 1st and 10. We are within striking distance once again. Boyd takes a snap. Lets it go underneath. Completed again to Leggett underneath. And it's another first down. Here we go. Quick snap. Boyd with a throw over the middle. A wide open Xavier Leggett, and he takes it in for the touchdown. Leggett showing us why you give him the money. And he gets in, and we are going to take the lead heading into the break. What a turnaround for this team. All right, we are watching this just in case the Commanders do something before the half. I don't want to miss it. Oh, or we do. Look at the play by J.C. Horn. He sniped that. What a play by Horn to get us the turnover, and now we might end up having ourselves another scoring opportunity. Crowd is not happy, but Daniels tried to get a quick throw out, and Horn just snipes it out of the air. Excellent play, and now we've got a chance to put more points on the board. We still have all 3 timeouts and 1:16 to work with. Boyd throws it underneath. It is incomplete. Leggett could not hold on. Leggett, of course, the one who scored the last touchdown for us. We have 4 receivers set. Ridley farthest inside on the right side. Boyd throws it quick. Underneath, it's Overton, and he's got the catch, and he's got a gain of 9 down to the 24. We're going to call our first timeout at the 1:04 mark in the first half. 3rd and 1 here. We got to focus on getting this first down. Quick snap. Boyd under pressure, and he gets sacked. Damn it. Well, I guess we're going to get a free 3 points out of it. Can't be too upset about that. All right, so after the field goal that we got from the interception, the Commanders went down the field. Weren't able to get anything really going, so it ended the way it looked like. 13-7. We have a great start to the second quarter of the game. Let's see if we can continue it here in the third quarter. 13 unanswered points for us. Put us in a very, very good spot. And now it is 2nd and 1. Good opening play for the Commanders. McLaurin in motion. Oh, it's a handoff this time to Lennon, and Lennon reaches forward and gets the first down, working against Brandon Stevens. and does a good job of getting past and getting just enough yardage to get them a fresh set of downs. And, almost get called for offside or neutral zone infraction. Lennon goes out in motion. Empty set now for Daniels. And there it is. Lennon out of the backfield, getting the better of J.C. Horn on the slant and gets a first down. I've been chasing down Chase Daniels. The Jayden Daniels cards now for a little bit. I guess sort of random information, but I've gotten into card collecting and flipping now. And it's been fun. Been a lot of fun. Any of you guys out there do that? Dabble in sports cards? It's been pretty fun. Do a lot of the auction site stuff like whatnot. And that's been a blast. Daniels out into the flats. Quick completion, a gain of 2, but it's going to be 3rd and 3. And Daniels, let me tell you, man, this guy's cards go for crazy amounts. Even some of the base cards are going for like $5-10. It's sort of crazy. So I got it on the bandwagon, you know. And here we go, 3rd and 3 over the middle. It's dropped. Defense does its thing, and we get an opening half stop. Back on the field we go. Boyd so far today, 156 yards and a touchdown. Let's see if we can get some more production out of this offense now that they've warmed up a little bit. Over the middle, Mobley with the catch and a gain of 7. Haven't seen a lot out of the run game today. Would like to see a little bit more of that. Get Brooks going. And Boyd, time runs out. He fumbles it. No! That is an unfortunate play. Commanders were losing all the momentum, and now they may have just gotten it back. Unfortunate. Daniels now in the pocket, lets it go over the middle. It's an easy completion between 3 defenders for Rashid Shaheed, and now they are down inside the 25. This is part of the stuff that I get, frustrated about. Like, all of a sudden, they can just find plays, and they're just on. You know what I mean? Okay, thank God. I thought that was about to be a touchdown. I thought that dude was gone and Battle just got beat, but somehow Daniels shorts it on the throw, which shouldn't be a thing. And it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Robinson in motion. Daniels gonna run with it, and he's got plenty of room down to the 10, and he takes the slide. 1st and 10 at the 10. Somehow they can still get another first down if they can essentially touch the goal line without scoring and get another fresh set of downs. Pistol look. Play action. Free blitzers. Jaquez Green, and he gets the big sack. They've been calling a lot of play action, and we have actually gotten a really good hit back on that. We've gotten like 2 sacks, 3 sacks already today just from the play action plays that we're just not falling for. And now it's Robinson on the handoff, and he gets nowhere. 3rd and 18, and now they essentially need a touchdown. They need a touchdown here, or they're going to have to take a field goal. Unless they're absolutely insane and go for it anyway. Daniels back. Oh, they're going for the screen. And that screen almost worked, but Stevens slows him down enough to get him out of bounds. And it's going to be 4th down from the 12, an injury timeout for Adkins. That was their 2nd leading receiver. He is going to the locker room. And yes, they will take the 3 points, which is smart. So defense bends a little bit after the fumble. Not really expecting that to be on the field yet, but they rebound quick, shut it down, force 3. We're still up by 3. All right. So tough series last time, right? Let's move past it, Boyd. Let's forget it happened. Hand it off to Brooks. There we go. Big run up the middle. Oh, tries to lower the shoulder and gets to the 44. A big run from Jonathan Brooks. First one of the day, really. And let's keep that momentum going. Let's give it right back to him. Let him set the tone here. Or not. Or we set the tone both ways. It don't matter. Big play to Overton. 6 for 62 today. He must have heard me complaining about him, because now all of a sudden he can catch the ball and he can get open quite frequently. We'd love to see that more consistently. Play action from Boyd. Over the middle again. And that one was that Ridley or Overton? I think it was Overton on a deep dig. But I didn't get a chance to catch it. All right, well, one of those two just got a big catch. 1st and 10 at the 27. Boyd, a quick pass. It's incomplete. Double coverage on the slant. Commanders read it well, that it was probably going there to Fuller, and they forced the incompletion. And now we're going to throw it quick again. This time it's Leggett. And Leggett pulling forward for the first down. And there you see Boyd's stats on the day, 202 and a touchdown. I can't speak. Another quick snap. Boyd under pressure. I don't know what he was trying to do there. I don't think he knows what he was trying to do, and he's going to take a sack and put us all the way back to the 26. Horrible play there. Horrible blocking. We called a long developing play on a play that they were blitzing, and it failed very badly. Boyd, throw it. Okay, gets rid of it to Ridley, and Ridley gets it to the 16, which will make this a much more manageable third down. 3rd and 9 to be precise. He's got Fuller. He had Fuller. What are you doing? You had Fuller. Him. All right, we're taking 3 points again. So far, I forgot to unpause for the first play. It went nowhere. It was just an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. We got the stop on defense, of course. As you can tell, it's still 16 to 10. And here we are again. Boyd looking underneath. Throws it to Fuller, who was at the line of scrimmage for some reason. Not sure how that happened, but now it was only a gain of 1, and it's 3rd and 9. Playbook not doing very good right now, which is weird to think because I put a lot of time into this thing. Gonna need you to pull out something better than this, Boyd. Come on now. There we go. Leggett has been an absolute dog today. Can I just say that? He has been all over the field making huge plays. The only touchdown we've scored today has been because of him. And Boyd has found him on numerous occasions, like in this big spot here on 3rd down. Wow. Awesome to see. Let's see if we can keep it up here. Nope, play action. Underneath. Leggett again stays in bounds to get those extra few yards. Why does it say 1st and 10? Did he get a first? I thought he was short. Okay, I'm not going to complain. I don't know where the first down marker was. I thought he didn't pass it, but I'm apparently blind. Hand off to Brooks, right up the gut. And Brooks takes a shot, but he gets 9 yards, a nice run, and now Ridley is hurt. Ridley, dude, you're not supposed to be getting hurt, man. We've talked about this. Well, now it is going to be... Why is he out there? He should not be out there. I do have Peterson as our second tight end, but for some reason Jelani Woods is in, and I don't know why. Another big completion to Xavier Leggett, and I'll wait till after this drive. No, screw it, we'll do it right now. This bug still exists in the game. I backed out to fix the depth chart, and it has this thing up on the screen, who has broken ribs, so he's not coming back for a while. And it will not let me... It won't let me hit a button at all, and we have to have a delay a game because of it. This is precisely why I'm having such a hard time continuing to play this game. And all of that was for nothing, because you want to know why? Remember that before when there was a timeout and I didn't know why the clock stopped? Justin Peterson got hurt on that play. So now it's literally only Jelani Woods. And Brooks makes the catch. He's out to the 8. Yeah, this game is just really starting to wear me down, man. We just had a loss of 5 yards because the game can't code things properly. And now this whole drive is shot because of it. God damn, man. Oh my God, that is so annoying. It is so annoying. 3rd and goal. Yeah, we're not going to get it. I mean, another goddamn field goal. Yeah, I'm sorry for getting so irritated, guys, but like seeing, you know, all the Madden 26 stuff come out, you guys know I've been frustrated with this game with all the little bugs and all the little things that just don't work right. And then, you know, every time something like that happens, just completely ruin that whole drive. That whole drive is ruined now because of that. Now, granted, should I have left it alone? Yeah, I should have left it alone. But that also shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to leave a sim and press a button and that button work. You know? It shouldn't be a problem. I shouldn't have to think about what way EA can screw something up again before I make a button prompt on the game. It's just so frustrating, man. So apologies for getting irritated about that. But like, oh man, it's just so frustrating. 2nd and 9, empty set now. We do have a 9-point lead though. We haven't been able to do much else than just kick field goals all day. We've had 4 field goals today. Daniels looking... What just happened? I don't know what happened there. There was an incompletion. But it was a weird incompletion. Daniels gets it outside to Robinson, who breaks off of one and is shut down short, so it's going to be a punt. No, they're going to go for it. 4th and 3. 6 minutes left in the game, I guess. Yeah, you got more than one drive you need points on, so now is the time where you got to start pulling things out, especially when you're in plus territory. 4th and 3. Daniels takes a snap. He's going to run with it, and he's going to easily get the first down. Easily get the first down. Not even a question about it. Excellent stuff. We sent the house there right up the middle, and he just ran right outside of it. There was nobody there to contain. Daniels going to run it again. No. Changes course and throws it out of bounds. 5:23 to go now. Down to the 30. Daniels going to run it again. No, gets rid of it quickly, but McCullum was all over that. I'm surprised he threw that because McCullum had a read on it the whole way. But hey, we'll take a pass deflection for our free safety or our strong safety. No problems there. 3rd and 10. As Daniels chased down, has to throw it away, and it's going to be a 4th and 10. And now I feel like they're going to have to take a field goal. All right, so here we go. Besides the mess ups that have made me upset, Boyd has had a good game. So nothing has really been going on with him. He's been having a great game, 258 yards, only 1 touchdown, but the defense has done its job of shutting us down for the most part. 5:05 to go. We're going to still throw it. We're going to throw it to Brooks out of the backfield, and he cannot get past the first defender. It was Frankie Louvu. It's going to be a loss of 1 because of it. And both of our tight ends are still out, so it's Jelani Woods in at tight end. Hand off to Brooks up the middle. He'll get 2 yards, and that is all. 10 carries, 41 for him today. 3rd and 9 here. We need a big play, though. We would like to get a first down and shut this game down. Boyd looking. He's going to run with it. He is going to get the first down. There we go. That's a big, big quarterback run there from Deion Boyd, and that will get us with a fresh set. Split back look here on first. Hand off to Brooks. Cuts it back inside, gets past the first defender, and he'll get a nice gain of 9. My gosh, 2nd and 1. 2:41 to go. Go right back to him. Why not? And he gets the tough yardage we need. It's a first down. And now we are on a roll here with the ground game. Judge going to check in. Haven't seen him much today. Actually, I don't think we've seen him at all. Well, now he might not even get in the game. We'll see. It's 2-minute warning. No, he's not in the game now. Now it is back to Brooks. I formation. Handoff. Why didn't you go up the middle? What? You guys saw that hole, right? You had to have seen that. I don't know what that was. That was weird. I don't know what's happening. All of a sudden, we can't block for shit. Jadeveon Clowney is the one who just got hurt on that play. 3rd and 11. They send heat. Boyd looks completed. Fuller breaks through, and he's off to the races. 10-5 touchdown. Oh, no. Is there a flag? What happened? Is it on the Commanders? It is. Screw that. We don't care. Give us the touchdown. Yeah, decline it. There we go. When we needed it most, Deion Boyd comes through, hits Floyd Fuller. He makes a tremendous play on the ball, breaks past the defender, and takes it into the end zone for a big touchdown, and that is going to end this game. So, yeah, that touchdown ended up putting the seal on the game. We got ourselves the stop, and now we just downed it away. We are going to walk out of here 14-1. A heck of a performance, I think, by Deion Boyd, given the circumstances. And the defense doing its job, stepping up against a very, very good quarterback. So, awesome way to bounce back after our first loss. All right, so we had 2 upgrades after that game. One to Dalvin Ridley, who has broken ribs. So I have a feeling we're not going to see him for a couple of weeks. And then the other one is to Nick Benito. So Ridley is going to get tackle, catching traffic, 2 catching, change of direction, deep route, medium route, release, short route, and he's out for 5 weeks. That is tough. So hopefully Justin Peterson isn't out for a long term, and we can rely on him to come back. And Nick Benito, we're going to go speed rusher for him. He gets 2 block shedding, a finesse move, play rec, power move, and 3 to tackle. Alrighty, so that brings us to week 17, and that is the Jaguars. We will probably wait till next episode, and then I think we're going to get to the playoffs. I think that's a good goal for us to have. The Cowboys are sitting at 9-6, so that might be a good game if they win again this week. You know, the next week we'll see, but I'm thinking maybe next episode is going to be the first playoff game. Ridley is out for 4 weeks. Peterson's okay, so he'll be back. Nobody else had injuries, so we're good there. But hey, good win for us to start things off. We did have some new stories, as now the end of the college season is done in this game. So those stories were Kevin Randolph wins the Heisman, a cornerback. Alabama quarterback Adam McDougald wins best quarterback. Left end Josh Jenkins wins best pass rusher. And then wide receiver Derek Williams wins best wide receiver. So that is some names we'll have to keep an eye on. I'm going to go ahead and add them to the team, to the list right away, and we will see what we know about them. We don't know a whole lot yet, but we're getting there. So quarterback Adam McDougald, now a rounds 2 to 3 projection. So not a lot of good quarterbacks this year. We had a wide receiver, Derek Williams. He was named the best receiver. Josh Jenkins is right here, top 5 guy. Wow, go figure, he's named the best one. And then we had a corner by the name of Kevin Randolph winning the Heisman. So that's actually a pretty big accomplishment. 5'10", 197. And that should cover it all, including, of course, as I mentioned a little bit before, I think, about Alex McManus, who had the bad story that he got beat in the bowl game and looked very bad in the process. Now fell down a little bit. Might be an option for us at this point now in the draft, depending on where that fall takes him. So that is good. We are getting there. We are getting there with the prospects. This is why I usually wait till like the end of the season to really dive into them, because we don't know a lot about them yet. We will learn a little bit more as the season goes on, and then once we get to the end of the season, we can really dive in the off season about learning more about these guys. Because there's right now a lot of different players and a lot of guys that I just really don't have an answer on, and I don't want to jump the gun on them. So we will see where that takes us. So we don't have a lot to worry about, but this video, that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what you guys think of the season so far. We're on 14-1 now. We did have the loss, but I feel like we have some really good talents, and I think we can make a really good push this offseason or this postseason. So let me know what you guys think. Can we make it to the Super Bowl this year? Is this our year? I'm not sure. Again, thank you as always for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that bell notification, and I will see you guys next time.